So you know you're not very far out into the woods on the trail when you come across a man and wife or a couple and their dog walking. It's only been, maybe 30 minutes. They're enjoying the trail. They didn't have any gear with them, just walking the dog. Very nice couple. Said our howdy do's and farewells and went on my way. Avoid that spider right there. It's nice in here. So nice in the weather. 78 degrees. Oh yeah. Beautiful day. Enjoying the Florida Trail. Just loving it. Come to a double blaze. The top blaze is the direction the trail is turning, and the trail is going to turn to the left. And yep, turning, moving on. Been a while since I've given you guys an update on my health. I don't know if you can see from my girlish figure, I've lost weight. I've lost about 15 pounds, completely off of insulin, no longer taking statins, or at least I've reduced the amount of statins I'm going to be taking. Still on a keto diet, no carbs, no sugar. Ooh, it's getting dark in here. Dark. But yeah, I'm feeling so much better after walking every day and watching what I eat. Feeling a lot better. Yeah, I just thought maybe you'd want to know. Much healthier. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep at it. Stay off insulin. Watch what I eat. Exercising. Doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. Okay, come to a little boardwalk here. I do believe this may go down to Moore Creek. I'm not sure yet. It's quite a boardwalk. Definitely going through a marshy lowland. Yeah, it kind of goes on quite a bit. It's been sheathed in shingles. Keeps you from slipping. Also keeps it from rotting too soon. Yeah, it's still kind of rickety and squishy. Let's see how far this thing goes. Again, I don't know if this is Moore Creek. I know the next creek I'm to come to is Moore Creek. I don't know if this is it, or if this is simply just a boardwalk through a marsh. Tai-tai wetland. That's a tree. Tai-tai. A lot of these trees are tai-tai. Just Miranders. Tell you what, it just goes and goes and goes. Make the way around that tree. Goodness. Thing does just keep going. Just goes and goes. Goes and goes. Whoever knows where it goes. Yeah. Haven't seen any wildlife yet other than a butterfly. A yellow butterfly. Quite beautiful. Flowers are still out. Even though it is the 2nd of October. There are some flowers. Okay, I'm off of that. That was quite long. Now, talking about flowers, here in Northwest Florida, the yellow flowers all start to bloom in the fall, late summer and into fall. This is Moore Creek. Yep, there's a sign. It's a small creek. Sign up there with an arrow saying Moore Creek. Yeah, I had to point it out. Thanks for pointing it out. Quite beautiful little creek. Yeah. I'm actually going to stop and get some water, and I don't think I'm going to fill up yet. Don't think so. It's beautiful. More creek. Okay. Making my way. See the sun. Get the sun out. Better over here. There we go. So as I'm walking along here, I'm starting to hear a bunch of dogs barking in the distance. How far? I have no idea. Probably a couple, I don't know, maybe a mile, maybe 2. I don't know. I hear them though, so I'm not extremely deep yet. Oh, don't slip. Yeah. I may be backing up into some houses here. Okay, I will check in with y'all shortly. I came across this tree here that's leaning, and the roots caused a cavity, and inside that cavity is a den. Now I'm not going to look inside that den to see what's living in there, but there's definitely something inside there. Who knows what it is? Remember that cartoon, The Secret of NEM? Yeah, there were some smart rats. Who knows what smart critters living in that? I'm gonna leave it be.
The sun hits the dust on the old dirt road. Another morning starts with the weight of a pack and the lightness of hope. A journey in my heart. I'm facing the future, I'm leaving the past, where the paved streets fade to sand. Every step I take, a decision that lasts, a promise to this land. I can hear the wild wind calling my name. From the Gulf to the inland trees, gotta find that blaze, escape the flames, surrender to the breeze. Making my way southbound, across the wide expanse, across the flooded trail, taking my wilderness chance. Headed across Eglin Reservation, where the long leaf shadows fall. I'm walking the line, leaving the world behind, answering freedom's call. The canopy closes, a green damp cathedral. The air is thick and deep. I see the flash of a scarlet teenager's needle, secrets the forest keeps. I'm trekking for hours, no towns and no traffic, just the rhythm of my feet.
Yes, just as I thought. It does cross some water here. That's a pretty little creek. Oh, I was right. This is the institution branch. Walking along, Florida Trail, southbound, Eglin Air Force Base Reserve. Just stopped and had a little snack, some peanut butter, some water. Beautiful, beautiful out here. Probably only gone about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles of my 7.7 mile trek today. But I'm hearing cars So I think I'm backing up into a neighborhood here. They don't sound like they're going very fast, but I hear them. Yeah. Nice day. I did break a little sweat. I was moving back there quite a bit. I don't know how fast I was going, but I was picking it up. I went down into a bottom where the institution branch was, across that, and sun's over there. Now it's flattened out, turning more into a pine and oak meadow, or hammock, I believe it's called. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna keep on keeping on until I can't keep on no more. That's right. Check back in with you in a minute. Moving along here, just past the institution branch. Interesting name. I wonder what institution they're talking about. A mental institution? No, I'm kidding. All right. Looks like I'm about to come up to another boardwalk just past the institution branch. Looks like people walk around this one because there's not much need for it. It takes a lot more energy to balance on that. I imagine when it rains, you may need that. All right, check back in with you in a minute. Coming to a crossing here, road crossing. I believe this is called Colonel Greg Mallory Road. So what I heard, yep, there's a truck coming, car coming. What I heard was these cars. It's all military. Yeah. Sign here, Florida Trail, foot traffic only. This hiking trail was built and is maintained by volunteers. All right, a little bench. And quite a busy road here. Florida Scenic Trail. And you can see there's a car coming now. And there's a car coming the other way. It is quite busy. Yeah, quite busy. Yeah, Florida Trail. All right, so I am going to cross this road. Colonel Greg Mallory Road. I bet he built this road himself. No, probably not. And we're going to carry on that way. Tally-ho! Sally forth. Spread out and take fire. Check back with you in a minute. Look at that. Lichen growing on that oak tree there. It's a live oak. It's pinkish red. Quite beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's when it dies, but it is lichen. Something all of Northwest Florida is known for is its deer moss. See all that stuff? Fluffy? That's dead. Most of that's dead, but it is actually edible when it's green. Don't taste great, but you can boil that and eat it. When it's green, this white stuff here is all dead. But in the spring, that stuff is green, and it's quite edible. Hi. How you doing? That's good. Me? Swell. Going down the Florida Trail, southbound. Probably about 2 miles in from my start. I had somebody ask me, do you bring a gun when you hike out there? You're alone? No, I'll bring a gun. I'll bring bear spray. I might not even bring a knife. I do bring a very small, very sharp Kershaw necklace blade, but I don't need a knife. I don't need protection out here. So there are black bear. There are coyotes. There are bobcats. And contrary to popular belief, the Florida cougar has been seen up here. They are coming back. There's alligators in some of the waters, but the bear, unless you get between it and its cubs, they're going to run. There are boar, and a boar will charge you if they feel threatened. You just have to be prepared. What am I going to do with a knife? Or a big knife, or a Bowie knife. What am I going to do? You know, you can't have a gun out here. It's illegal. This is Eglin. Unless you're hunting, and I'm not hunting, you can't have no gun out here. Now, I do have my walking pole, and it's got a spiked tip, and I could climb pretty good with deer, with bear, and with the boar. Just be observant. Stay away from them. Give them leeway, and if they charge you, either climb a tree or skimmy around a tree as they try to get you. I've been hunting in this area much, and these things run from you. You know, I'm making a bunch of noise. They don't want nothing to do with a person. So no, I mean, I may come across some crazy dude. That could happen. Best thing to do is just keep your wits about you. Keep moving. Okay, come to an old logging road crossing here that crosses the trail, and way up ahead up there, it looks like a power line installation or something. Can't really focus on it too much. But yeah, this is an old logging road. Doesn't look used. Goes that way. Trail goes back that way. Goes that way, and I'm going to keep going forward. Trail's gone down, 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 and I have come to a creek, a big creek with a crossing. This is Silver Creek. Beautiful name for a creek. And it is a beautiful creek. Look at that bridge, huh? Yes, it's very nice. Crossing. Walk up here on this bridge. All that doesn't look like much in the film, but that is all from pigs. Getting up in there looking for grubs and stuff. They have torn it up. That's what that is. Pigs love it down by the creeks. Pigs. Boar. Wild hog. A little bit of fun information here. There were no wild boar in America until De Soto, the Spanish explorer, brought pigs with him. A bunch of them escaped, and they now cover most of America, especially the South. Arkansas has the razorback. All of them are direct descendants of De Soto's pigs. Historical fact. All right. Walking along here. Had to relieve myself. It's a good thing about walking. It'll keep you regular. My wife asked me, "You go to the bathroom out there?" My answer is no. I never go to the bathroom out here. I go to the woods. It works just as good. And it feeds the wildlife. You know, the only problem about going downhill, which is amazing, is that eventually you're gonna have to go back uphill. And right now, it's an uphill slugfest. Woo-hoo! I am feeling it, feeling it, feeling it. Goodness gracious. About to have the sun on me now. Let's see, I'll switch this around. Uphill, uphill. Chugga-lugga-lugga-lugga, chugga-lugga-lugga. Yeah, I'm getting my workout today. No doubt. No doubt about it. Woo-wee. I think I'm probably halfway, 3.5 miles or so, into today's trek. Sun again here. I'm about to come to the top of this hill. Thankfully, I'm gonna level out. I can pick up some speed here. Yeah, I'll check back with you guys shortly. Walking along, making my way. Yeah, I was just thinking about having to relieve yourself out in the woods. You know, I hunt, and while hunting, I usually come across a lot of trail cameras. A lot of them. And I'm sure there's trail cams out here. I heard it said once that when you think you're alone, deep in the woods, national parks, military base installations, state parks, state forests, national forests, water management areas, you're probably not alone. And there are cameras and motion detectors all over the place. Yeah, true. So unless you're camera shy, or not camera shy, you might want to look around before you drop drawers and do your business in the woods. Me, man, if I see a camera, trail cam, I'll go moon it. No, I won't. Thought about it. Nobody gets a free show. But yeah, there are cameras all over the place out in these woods. I mean, they're all over the place. Yeah, just something to think about before you drop your drawers in the woods, do your business. You know, you have no idea. You might very well be showing the world your stuff. Well, looky, looky, looky. You see that right there? That is a pottery shard. But not just any kind of pottery shard. You see that? That is a 100-plus-year-old turpentine collection pot. Definitely. This is, or was, turpentine heaven right here. You don't find these very often. You don't find the whole pots. Now, my in-laws gave me some of these pots, and they're antiques. But you don't see these out here just laying on the trail. But that is definitely a turpentine pot. Very cool. Very cool. Come to a road crossing here. Sign says, warning, area scheduled for burning, keep out. April 10th, 2025. Man, somebody needs to come collect their signs. Whew, that's 6 months ago. Road going that way. You can see that it's well traveled. Motorcycle tracks. Car tracks. Deer tracks. Lots of different feet crossing. Going that way. Florida Trail goes that way. Oh, got another hiker. All right, we're gonna take a little break, let him catch up, go way ahead of us, and we're gonna keep going. I have stopped for some lunch. On the menu, cold brew chili. Some more of that low glycemic chili that my wife made for me. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. Let's try this. I am starving. Earlier, about 45 minutes ago, I stopped and added some water to it. It's good. I don't know if you saw it in the last clip. I just got passed by another hiker. He didn't stop. Didn't say hi or anything. Kind of nodded, smiled, kept going. He was moving. He was booking it. He didn't have any fancy gear at all. Tennis shoes, socks, shorts, a t-shirt. And his bag was a duffel bag he had around his shoulder. He was just huffing it, man. He was just going. You don't need to spend any money to do this. He probably has a little tarp, a little plastic sheet that he sleeps under. Yeah, doesn't take much. You don't have to have a bunch of expensive ultralight gear. You don't need it. You just have to have the will, a little bit of a plan, motivation. Chili helps. Okay, hike along here. Stopped back there and had some lunch, drank some water. Gonna have to fill up on water next place I go. Honey Creek Bridge. Supposed to be the next fill-up spot. The terrain has been up and down. Yes, it has been quite a climb. Going up right now, and I'm about to the top, and then I'm going to start going back down again. Sun is at my back, which is good. I was just thinking about that hiker that passed me. He didn't stop. I nodded, smiled. But man, he was booking it. He was probably going 4.5, 5 miles an hour. I mean, he was almost at a run, just juking it, man. He's probably way ahead of me. And just a message to the older hikers. You don't have to keep up with those young guys. We don't have to. They're on a different mission. God bless them. Let them be on their mission. I'm on mine. It's different than theirs. I have a set path that I'm going to take today. Who knows? That guy, he's probably going to do 20 to 25 miles today. Or more. But don't try to keep up with them. Go at your own pace. Yeah, just enjoy it. That's my motto. Just enjoy it. I believe I have come to the Honey Creek Bridge. Honey Creek Bridge. Oh yes. Look at that. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Pretty. Way up. Ooh, she is shaky and sagging in the middle. Beautiful. Way up high off this thing. Probably, oh, I don't know, 15, 16 feet from the bottom. Quite beautiful. Yes, it's the Honey Creek. Honey Creek. I am going to stop again and check to see about water, because I am running low. I don't really want to have to climb down that bank. I know that doesn't look too steep, but yeah, I'm going to stop and check on far out and see if there's water down at the camp. I believe there's water down at Junior Walton Pond Camp where I'm going. I believe there's a water source down there. I don't want to drink from the pond, but I think there's a stream or a creek close by that feeds it. If not, I will go down there and I will collect water. Even though it's got leaves in it, it's moving, it's clear, I can filter it. All right, let's see here. Man, that bridge, shaky, shaky. Uh-huh. Yeah, there was a fire down here. Nice little bench. Nice little bench. Sign on the tree says Honey Creek. Okay, I stopped here on the other side of the Honey Creek Bridge. Took my shoes off because I thought I was feeling a little something, and yep, sure enough, I've got a little blister forming. So, fortunately, I have some moleskin with me and covered that up. Yep, this time I brought me some camp shoes. Flip-flops. Cheap Walmart. $6 ultralight flip-flops. That's right. Still sitting down here at the bridge, and I am going to go down there to the creek, get me some water, and put my shoes on before I do that, after I take my little break. But look at that bridge. Look at the sag. I don't know if you can see the sag on that bridge. See how that thing, see how it does like a, that thing's in sad shape. And it's way up off the water. It is way off the water. So yeah, I'm gonna take a break, check my location now that I've got the airplane mode off. I keep it off for power saving. I'm gonna check GPS, see where I'm at, get some water, get my shoes on, get my butt back in gear, and get back on the trail. Moving along. Just stopped at the Honey Creek Bridge. A little snack, pork rinds, delicious. Check my feet, and I did have a blister forming on my left pinky toe. I'm trying out some new shoes, some Merrells, quite expensive. And they're giving me a little blister, so I'm not real happy about that. Maybe I just need some better insoles. Regardless, I got some moleskin on it, and I went down to the bottom there of the creek and collected a bottle of water to filter later on. I'm actually on the last stretch of today's hike, which I will end at Junior Walton Pond Camp. Be there in about 40 minutes.
Dust devils swirl beneath my boots where the paved road disappears. I walk away from concrete roots, leaving behind all my years, Every step I take, a mile marker burned. A chapter starts anew, no turning back, the lesson learned. I'm making my way southbound, no car or train can speed. The rhythm of my heart is a sound, planting freedom seed. It's just the pack against my shoulder bone, the sun high and the blue. I walk this path entirely alone, a wilderness rendezvous. Now the white and orange marks the way into the deeper gray, headed across Eglin Reservation, where the shadows...
Hiking along here, southbound Florida Trail through Eglin. First day here, coming to the end of last little stint of today's hike. Walked into this oak hammock, dismal. You can see down in there. Pretty dark. What time is it? It is 4:20. 4:20. And sun goes down in 2 hours. So I want to be at camp, and I should be there in the next 30 minutes. Be at camp, start setting up. As I'm walking along here, I realized today, unlike the Cimarron Trail that I went on a few weeks back, I haven't gone through any spiders. So the trail is a lot wider and cleaner, and this is the actual Florida Trail. Cimarron Trail is what used to be the Florida Trail. It's not as used, and I've seen 3 other hikers, so there's a lot more traffic. The weather is starting to cool a little, but not that much. But I haven't gone through any spiders at all. Yeah, maybe that'll change. Hopefully not. It's been fairly nice. Back there, you can see this drop off way back down in there. I don't know if that's a creek down there or what. But yeah, dark down in there. No spiders though. I like that. More hikers though. Let's see if there's other hikers at the campsite. Possibly. Okay, plenty of room, and it's primitive only, so I don't have to worry about generators. There's nothing more nuisance-like than a noisy generator when you're trying to get sleep. Yeah, can't deal with that. I'm making my way. See y'all soon. I've come to Blue Moon Creek. It's not much of a creek. It is flowing. It's dark. Let's see if we can get a better look at it from down here. Yeah, not much to it. I don't know if I'd call it a creek. It's more like a branch. I'm not sure why they have the categories of river, stream, creek, branch. The little ones are usually the branch. Who knows? So I am down on Junior Walton Pond Camp. And sadly, that pond is not much more than a wet watering hole. Used to be a lot bigger than that. I don't know if you can see through all those cattails and stuff down in there. was a big pond at one time, but it's completely dried up, except for right down here at the bottom. Here's that drain. Yeah. Not much of a pond at all. But I am going to make camp. Nevertheless, it is almost 5 o'clock. I started at 1:30. What is that? 3.5 hour walk. 7.7 miles. Is that right? Yeah. So, yeah, that pond, it's not a pond anymore. Just a hollow. Dry hollow. That's okay. I'm going to drink out of the pond anyways, and I'm glad I got water. I'm glad I got water before I left Honey Creek. Alright, so here's the campsite. Here's the situation. Got a fire ring. I'm going to go around and gather some wood. There's plenty laying around because I will be building a little fire. I'm going to probably have this place all to myself. Across the way, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are, let's see if I can lock in. Don't think I can. There are benches over there. Yeah, there's a bench. See it right there in the middle? Right there, there's benches. So on the other side, there's other camp location. I could go over there, but it looks like it's hilly. And I am not going to camp the bench right there in the middle. I am not going to camp on a hill. I have learned my lesson not to do that. Blood will either rush to your head or to your feet. So, up here, of course I got the fire ring. Up here, there's a bench here. I got my own bench. My own bench. Up here, looks kind of flat. And then right there, I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't care about not having grass. I've got a ground sheet so that nothing punctures my tent. But I want flat. I demand it. I demand flat ground for my tent. So yeah, I think I'm probably going to stay up in here. Set my tent up in here somewhere. Yeah, and I don't have any trees above me to fall on me. Look at that sky, huh? Beautiful. A little dead tree right there falling down. But that won't be in my way. Yeah, down here on Junior Walton Pond Camp without the pond. See you in a bit. Okay. Got my tent set up. Got my shoes off. Got my flip-flops on. Making me some cold brew tea. Brought some bags with me. Yeah. I've got a York peppermint patty as a special treat. Sugar-free. And some roasted nuts, unsalted. So I'm just going to kick back and gather up a little wood. Actually, I'm going to need to gather up some wood for my fire. Kick back and relax and wait for the sun to go down. Start a fire. And, maybe eat a little something else. Then crawl in my cozy tent. So good. Peppermint patty. Alright, talk to you later. My hike today was from 85 south of Crestview all the way to Walton Pond campsite, which is a total of 7.7 miles. Tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to hike 7.6 miles to Red Deer campsite. Okay, headed out. Day 2. It is 6:40. I was hoping to get out a little earlier, but before 7's pretty good. I'm out of water, so I'm gonna have to go 2 miles where I can get water to wash my face, brush my teeth, and get something to drink. I did have eggs and coffee. Eggs weren't so good because I didn't have enough water and didn't run the pot long enough. So, anyways, goodbye, Junior Walton Pond campsite, where there is no pond. And I'm headed out. Thinking about last night. That Junior Walton Pond Camp. Not sure how far it is off of Highway 10, Interstate 10, but it's very loud. Of course, it's probably a mile or so away. But you could just hear it all night. 18-wheelers just howling. There's a couple times in the middle of the night that I woke up, twice. And I moved a little, and what I was awakened to and what I heard was more than one deer blowing. If you've never heard deer blow, it's also like a snort. It's a warning call they do out of their nostrils. It's like, just like that. And what had happened is where I set my tent was right on an animal trail. And I'd kind of seen it, but they were coming out of the woods, come down to the camp where there's grass to graze. And there was my tent in their path. Of course, they could smell me. I'm hiking. I stink. They could smell, man. And they got up close to that tent. And when I moved, it's usually the nanny doe, she's the eldest, she'll set off the warning. And they all know what that sound is. Warning. Startled me. Thought that something had hit my tent at one time, but the wind was just blowing and it was moving around. But other than that, it was an uneventful night. It's beautiful out here. I'm headed down this small little trail road, leaving the camp, making my way south. There, bunny rabbit just crossed the trail ahead of me just now. All right, check in with a little bit.
Yeah. The sun hits the dust on the old dirt road. Another morning starts with the weight of a pack and the lightness of hope. A journey in my heart. I'm facing the future, I'm leaving the past, where the paved streets fade to sand. Every step I take, a decision that lasts, a promise to this land. I can hear the wild wind calling my name from the Gulf to the inland trees. Gotta find that blaze, escape the flame, surrender to the...
Okay, this is Tai Creek. I am actually going to go down there, walk around, come down, and get some water. It's moving pretty fast. It's fairly clear. There are some particulates in it, leaves. That's okay. I'm going to filter everything out. But yeah, that looks like some good water. I'm gonna wash up, brush my teeth, and get back on the trail. Yeah, down here at Tai Tai Creek, just under the bridge. Nice little flowing creek here. You can actually swim over there if you wanted to. I'm going to get some water, wash up, brush teeth, be on my way. Okay, moving along, just left Tai Tai Creek. Was able to get some water, brush my teeth, wash my hands, wash my face. There was nothing at the camp last night. I'm doing pretty good, feeling pretty good. Something I noticed, I use this app called Far Out. It's pretty neat. GPS. It's a hiker app, so you can track where you're at, what's coming up, how many miles to crossing, to food, to a trailhead, hazards, water supplies. A little burned area right here behind me. And what I noticed was it had listed Tai Tai in the notes. Not a good source of water, or not a good place to get it. But actually, it was excellent. Big creek, big bridge going over it, flowing, very clear, easily accessible, got down to the side of it. So yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I will update that. I will log on to the Far Out app and see if I can edit that, or at least provide my input. Yeah, so I'm moving along. It is just after 7, and I am making my way. Stocked up, feeling good, moving along. Okay, I just came across a burrow. This is a gopher turtle burrow, without a doubt. See that big mound outside of it? This turtle, and they can actually run. It's a fast turtle. They burrow down in there. They live in those little holes. They are an endangered species because people were eating them. They're actually quite delicious. Go for soup. I've heard my mother, yes, I'm a local native to Northwest Florida. In all Florida, the old timers, they would eat them things. So anyways, you can't eat them anymore. They would just dig them out, get them, cook them up. Go for soup. There's a creek down there. It's running along this trail. I believe that's Tai. It's been meandering around it. Oh, 40 feet below. Down there, way down in there. So far, I have not noticed any footprints. None. Not on this section. And it hasn't rained for a couple days. But yeah, I don't see any footprints. I may have the trail to myself. Who knows who I'll run into coming northbound. Did run into a couple yesterday that were walking their dog in a section closer to the trailhead at the beginning. And I did run into a guy who scooted right by me. But yeah, no tracks so far. And I am headed uphill. So I just come upon all these blue ribbons and blue markers. Usually that's hunters are marking their little area, but this is not hunters. And I believe the hunters will use like the orange ribbon. But you can see they carry on even further down there. Blue, going on down there, blue. So that's a marker off this trail to let somebody know it's in there, whatever it is. Either a clearance, another trail, base camp, something. I just heard gunshot. Sounded like it was about, I don't know, quarter of a mile away to the north of me. It's not hunting season. If you listen, that howling, that's I-10, probably a mile away. There may be houses back that way. I'm kind of getting close to Mossy Head. But yeah, gunshot, bang, bang. Sound like a shotgun. 2 shots. So you remember previously I was saying I wasn't seeing any footprints, people, tracks. Still aren't. But, however, now I'm seeing spiders. I have exited the land of man and I have entered the domain of the spiders. I just passed a monster spider. His web all the way across the trail. I stopped, he saw me, and started climbing up. I tried to sneak through, caught the web, he took off up. Yeah, spider time on the land of spiders. I don't know if you can see this spider. He's gonna take off. Look at that thing right there. Oh yeah, it's a big one. Right across the trail. And there is no way around it. I am truly sorry that you are gonna have to go. I'm gonna move the web. And there it goes. Okay, going on the first hour here. I had to stop and change out. It's getting warm. I pack very light. So the stuff I sleep in at night is also my warm wear. It's military grade undergarments. Quite warm, very light, very durable. Nylon. But yeah, a lot cooler last night than I expected. I might have brought a little something extra, but that's okay. It's warming up now, and I had to shed that extra bit of clothing.
Dust devils swirl beneath my boots where the paved road disappears. I walk away from concrete roots, leaving behind all my years. Every step I take, a mile marker burned. A chapter starts anew, no turning back, the lesson learned. I'm making my way southbound, no car or train can speed. The rhythm of my heart is a sound, planting freedom's seed. It's just the pack against my shoulder bone, the sun high and the blue. I walk this path entirely alone, a wilderness rendezvous. Now the white and orange marks the way into the deeper gray, headed across Eglin Reservation, where the shadows start to play. Through vast stands of longleaf pine forest, tall sentinels stand watch. A primal ancient feeling, the quiet that time cannot botch. This is the heart of the Florida Trail, a wild and winding line. The heat can rise, the efforts fail, but the landscape is divine. Then the silver ribbon comes in view, a blessing clear and bright. Cool fresh water creeks to see me through and give me back my life. Every step I take, a prayer whispered low, a gratitude I feel for the ground beneath me where I go, for the chance to stand and heal. I'm making my way southbound, I listen to the land, my own true self I finally found.
So the trail goes around this creek turn, pretty down in here. Cypress knees. I am glad that I just sprayed myself with DEET, because there are critters down in here, no doubt. Pretty little section. Yeah. Did not see a name for this creek. I'm sure there's going to be a bridge up ahead where it's going to cross with a placard. There's a little walkway through this swampland. To the left of me is another creek. So there was a creek to the right, and then there's a creek to the left. Aha, here comes the bridge. So there's the one on the other side of me. And up ahead is the bridge. Hopefully there'll be a placard and I'll get a name of the creek. Oh, there it is. This is Big Fork Creek. All right. a little beach down there. I could go collect water if I wanted to. I'm good though. I've got water. All right. Let's cross it. Oh, what do you know? What kind of turd is that? Ooh, coyote turd, I would say. I could be wrong. Look like a dog turd to you? Sorry if that word turd offends you. What it is. Poop. Look at that. Big Fork Creek. Oh, she's pretty. Pretty, pretty. And the mosquitoes are running from me. They're coming to me. They get a sniff of that DEET and they run. On the other side. Yeah, that's pretty. What's this say? It says, if I can read it, Bob's side. Going that way. Going that way. That's Bob's side. And the other side is Bill's side. Two gentlemen probably funded the money and did the construction, one of the two or both, for this bridge. Bob and Bill. This is my side. This is my side. Bob and Bill, thank you so much. The bridge is still holding. Been here a while, but it is still holding. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bill. We just left Bob's side and we are going towards Bill's side. On our way. And moving forward. Remember how I was talking to you guys about the DEET and the other incident I had on my last hike? Yeah. Well, all I can say is the critters nearly carried me out of that place alive. When you hike, bring DEET. I took pictures of the devastation that chiggers had done to my body. And here they are, in slow motion. Starting to see human tracks again on the trail. Some right there, some right there, and less spiders. What's the correlation? People, spiders. Come to a road crossing. This is 531. Range Road 531. The trail is going to continue on across. There's some signage over there. Yeah, so I am probably closing in on 1/3 of the way for today. I've got quite a ways to go still. Yeah, just going to carry on. Just got to love it. Locals and their guns. Florida Trail. This march is... Bah! No. Oh my, I wish I could have captured that on film. There was a sow, black sow, pig, and 4 babies right in front of me. They didn't see me. Kind of startled me because the mamas, they get a little something if you get around their babies. So I yelled and they took off. If I would have thought, I would have stopped and filmed it. But yeah, there's like 5 of them. 5 pigs. Wild boar. Mama looked like she was probably about 100 pounds, and the babies were, they weren't really babies. They weren't super little. probably about 25 pounds each, all black. Took off. I started yelling, "Ah, ah, whoop, whoop." Gone. Wild hog. Quite delicious too, by the way. Some people think they're gamey because they do eat acorns. I don't know, there's a lot of tannin in it. You just don't want to get a big one. Yes, I hunt them, and yes, I have shot, killed, and harvested boar, pig. They are good to eat. Walking through a beautiful oak and pine hammock area here, up off a large depression down there. I believe there's a swamp in there. This area is beautiful. I just got to keep my eye out for spiders. I did pass one, even though I said that there's probably going to be less because I'm seeing more foot traffic. But yeah, there are spiders still up in here. Just got to watch them. They'll be between two trees. Before you know it, you're covered in one. Making my way. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. I'm probably 2 miles in, maybe 2.5 miles in. I haven't checked far out in a little while, but yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing a thing here. Okay, now I see why they were pigs. Going into a little bit of a bottom here, real thick. They like it like that. I can see where they've been rooting around, turning up the dirt, looking for grubs and roots, stuff that they like to eat. These things can eat almost anything. Yeah, a little bog in here. Which way does it go? Goodness, it's thick, and there's the blaze. There's the blaze. Okay, kind of thick in here. I'm going to keep my eye out for more pigs. I do not want to run into a boar. You know, you startle him, he may chase you. And there are trees that I could try to scramble up. I don't want to have to, though. No. It'll hurt you bad. Green acorns, or acorns. Depends where you're from. This is what the pigs are after. Deer, too. They love them. They'll eat them up. They're actually edible for humans, too. You just need to crack them open, get the meat out, and rinse them with a little hot water, kind of like a simmer, and steep them, and pour out the water about 3 or 4 times to get rid of the tannin. And then with the meat, you crush it down into a powder and make a bread out of it, like a cake. American Indians love it. They ate it, lived off of it. It is actually quite delicious. You can buy acorn flour from Amazon. Look at the size of that thing. That's what they call a globe spider. Harmless, but you don't want to go through them. You may kill yourself just trying to flip and flop all over the ground trying to get it off you. There he goes. Globe spider.
Sun on my shoulder, pack on my back, left the busy pavement on the forgotten track. Got a water bottle and a dusty old map, leaving all the worries in a concrete trap. Headed down the trail, headed to my campsite stay. I'm getting back to nature, gonna make the most of the day. Go and strut my stuff, gonna make my way. No deadlines or traffic, come what may. Making my way, making my way. With a smile on my face, every step of the day. Oh, the city can't wait. I'm alive and I'm free. There's no better place than this trail for me.
Walking down the trail here, I hear water. Sure enough, come to a little crossing. Little footbridge. And there a little brackish looking dark little stream. I'm not going to get water out of that. I'm pretty good. This is called Dog Creek. Look like a dog creek. Right there, that's Dog Creek. Okay, I had to stop, take a break, get a little snack. Going to be eating some pork rinds. I love them. Been hearing the train. I stopped, checked my map. I'm making my way pretty good. I am closing in on the trailhead at 285 south of Mossy Head, which will be 2/3 of the trail today. My toe, that toe I was complaining about yesterday, not doing so good. I did put some tape around it, but it's still not happy. It's pretty angry at me. Yeah, I had to stop. There's no benches here, there's no nothing. I'm actually sitting in the middle of the trail because there's sand here. I don't want to sit in a bunch of bugs and have them crawling all over me. Like chiggers. You can't see them. They're mites, larvae. Yeah, I'm gonna snack up a little bit. Check my toe. Drink a little water. Get back on the trail. Check in with you in a bit. Walking along here, Eglin is letting off some seriously big bombs. Let's see, I can hear one. Right there. Boom. I don't know if this mic is picking those up, but they are huge. Huge. Doing their thing. Protecting America. God bless America. Home of the brave. Home of the free. I've come down to another little boardwalk here. Crossing. A little swamp. Bog. Kind of short. I don't think it's leading to a creek, but it might. I do know eventually here up ahead I'm going to be coming to what's called Gum Creek, where I'm going to get some water. This is a little bit of a swamp in here. Ooh. Another boardwalk. Spiders. Another boardwalk. Yeah, who knows? This may lead to a creek. I think I do smell water. I have gone through a liter of water. I'm working on my next liter of water. So I do want to fill up when I get to this next spot. This little boardwalk thing, it goes and goes and goes. Yeah, the temperature down here has cooled down. There's a little depression in here. Careful. Be careful. Don't fall into that. There's mud down there. I am making my way to 285, Highway 285, south of Mossy Head, north of Niceville. I will be crossing the major highway there, and then heading on SOBO, or Southbound, which is actually going to be headed east. Alright, no creek thus far. Here's the end of this little boardwalk, but it looks like it continues on up ahead here. Yeah. Oh, there's the creek. There it is. Pretty. Spider web. Nope, 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 you need to go. Okay. Ah, and there's a crossing. Yes. Bridge up ahead. There's a creek. And the crossing. Okay. This should be Gum Creek. And it is flowing. It's a little yellow, but I need water. I think I'm gonna get water out of this. The filter will filter out anything, like literally. Other than nuclear waste, those filters will filter anything. They'll clog up if they stop working. Yeah, this is, I think this is Gum Creek. I'm gonna go ahead and cross it. It's kind of narrow. Ooh, it's narrow. Yeah, up onto the bridge. Kind of shaky. Spiders. You just go. There's the creek. Pretty. And I'm going to make my way across slowly, because it's narrow. I was correct. This is Gum Creek. Alright, we'll stop, fill up, and head on down this little boardwalk. Come to a little fork in the road. You turn right. Half a mile takes you to Walton Pond Campsite. It's a nice little campsite. The pond is beautiful. I've actually stayed there a couple times. It's right on 285. That's the only thing. You're going to see cars all night long because it's right on the highway. But that goes down that way. See, the blazes are blue now, heading down that way. You can see there's blue blazes. Yeah, we're not going to go that way. Nope. We're going to carry on that way towards the orange blaze. That way. All right. Closing in on Highway 285 south of Mossy Head. I have come to a huge clay pit, sand pit that's been cut out. This is all Eglin. Florida Trail crosses it. I'm gonna walk down there and take a look at it, get the sun out of the camera, take a better shot. That there is a bear track. Where, oh where are you going, bear? Oh yeah, look at that thing. See that bear track? Give you an idea of how big it is. There's my hand, and there's the bear. Young adult, male, female, who knows? Right next to it, deer tracks. Going that way, into the woods. In addition to that, following these deer tracks, there's coyote tracks. Following the deer. Yeah, but the bear tracks are cool. Check them out. Check out, that's a back foot. Yep, front. Very cool. Back on the Florida Trail. This is my little pit stop. Literally sand pit. I am closing in on Highway 285. If you listen, you can hear the cars. Now these cars are doing about 80 or faster. So I'm going to have to be careful crossing this road. It is the only major crossing I'm going to be doing today. But yeah, I need to be careful and making that crossing. I'm probably a quarter of a mile or less from that crossing. I'll check back in with you shortly. Hey, I am closing in on 285 and my left foot, that pinky toe, is not happy. So when I get up here, before I cross 285, I'm gonna stop and check it out. Told you last time I was gonna do it, but I didn't. I forgot. I ate and snacked, but I did not check my toe. And right now it is very angry. So I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna survive. But I gotta check that toe. Check back in with you guys here in a minute. I have made it to the 285 trailhead. About to cross 285. Bob Sykes Road that way. 14 miles, Highway 331, 28 miles, Highway 85, 15 miles. So I have come 15 miles so far. Highway is over there. A couple cars down here, or there's a car. Somebody's down here hiking. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and check the trailhead sign. Cannot forget, check my feet. Yeah, there's the trailhead kiosk. Yep. And I am gonna make my way. Oh, foot care. Very important thing. Yeah, that one there is not happy. I'm gonna rewrap that. Take all that off. It has a blister on the bottom. Blister on the bottom of that one. Yeah, and the toe is, oh, that big toe is not happy at all. No, it's not. The other foot, it's okay. Big toe is kind of hurting a little. This big toe is hurting a little. That blister hasn't busted or gotten worse. I do have a little sore on that toe, but anyways, they're okay. I'm just gonna keep my shoes off for about 5-10 minutes here and rub them and give them a little TLC, wrap that toe, put my shoes on, clean out my sock, get everything all cleaned out, get my toes cleaned out. It's important. Clean all that sand and grit out. There's a river coming up eventually here. I'm going to stop. It's called Wise Creek. I'm going to stop and soak them in that for a little bit, let them cool off. That always helps. Yeah. Still haven't crossed 285. You can hear it in the background. About to, though. Check back in with you all in a minute. I am 2.7 miles away from Red Deer Camp, which is my destination for today. Walking along this little access road, about to cross 285. I checked my feet. Pinky toe is okay. It's got a big blister on it. I don't want to pop it. I could. I'm gonna let it pop on its own. A little uncomfortable. But I've decided, since I only have 2.7 miles to go, and there's water there, clean water, clear flowing creek next to the campsite, I am going to take it easy a little bit, slow down. Yeah, I'm about to cross the road shortly here. I see it turns and it's headed towards 285 right here. I'll check back in with you shortly. So the car that was parked at the trailhead was not a hiker. It was a trail runner. And he had weights, a weighted vest. That's some serious exercise. You gotta avoid obstacles and spiders, and stumps, and all kinds of stuff while running with weights. Dude was seriously buff. Passed me and said, "Morning." And it's 10:45. I said, "Happy trails." He went that way, and I'm headed this way. Yeah, that is serious workout. You don't want to fall down. And that's the whole point. You know, it's the obstacles and the dodging and the weaving and with the weights. You know he's healthy. That dude's loving it. Okay, that thing right there is a abnormality in a tree. It's called a witch's broom. It happens sometimes all on its own, but that is called a witch's broom. Interesting little thing. Not exactly sure what causes it, but I have been told that's what it's called. A limb that'll just bunch up. As you can see, the tree itself doesn't do that. It's a sand pine. It's just that one limb that bunched up. I used to think that was a nest, and there's probably stuff nesting in it, but that's what's called a witch's broom. Found this on the trail. I used to think that these were silk, some kind of moth nest. But my father-in-law instructed me, and he would know, that this is a hummingbird nest. Very small, and it hatches out, it comes out the end of that thing. This is all crumpled up, but that is a hummingbird nest. I am coming up on 285. This is the crossing. It's a major highway. It goes from I-10 near Mossy Head all the way down to Niceville, then into Fort Walton. Yeah. And I am going to cross that highway all the way over to the signs on the other side. All right, wish me luck. That's it. Cross 285. On my way. Got probably 2 miles to go before I get to Red Deer Creek and camp. Yeah. Going a little slower. That's okay. It is only 10:45. So I'm making good time. With all the stops, breaks, filming, I think I'm doing about 2 miles an hour. Yeah, 2 something, maybe 2.5. Not super fast, but fast enough. The sun. Got the sun again. Fast enough. Today is 10.2 miles. I'll check back in with you guys shortly. All right, coming down to Wise Creek. Pretty down here. I could get water. I'm not, because I don't want to carry the weight. I'm going to get water down at Red Deer. Look at that little hole there. It's from hogs digging. Yeah. Pretty, 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 pretty. Wise Creek. Placard. Little squirrels have been gnawing on that edge of that placard. Oh boy, look at all the wallering and the rooting pigs. See it to the right and to the left, all that tore up? That's not natural, that's pigs. Getting down in there and looking for roots and all kinds of crawfish. They'll eat it all. Alright, I'm on my way. This is the last stretch of today's trip. You know, the thing about trail hiking is when you get deep enough, there's no giving up. You can't just say, oh, my toe, or my back, or I want a hamburger. No. What you gonna do? Sit down, hold your breath? You're in the middle of the woods. Nobody's coming for you. You gotta walk your butt out. That's right. You gotta be committed. But right now, I want a hamburger. I want someone to carry me. That toe is angry. We got sun. Yeah. I got about 2 miles to go for the day. Where's that sun at? About 2 miles to go. Then I can get off my feet. Put these feet in that creek. See if I can see any otters. That'd be so cool if I could film a little family of otters playing in the water. They'll probably run as soon as they hear me. They don't like being around people too much. Check back in with you in a minute. All right. Closing in on the home run stretch for today. Red Deer Creek crossing. A little hollow down in here. I'm hoping there's going to be some clean water to drink. Did mention there is a family of otters that have been seen down here. Chance of seeing them is slim, but you never know. Chance of getting them on film, even slimmer. There it is. That ain't much of a creek. Red Deer Creek. But it is flowing and it is clear. I did see minnow. You know, the otters, they'll just flip, flop, and walk down these little creeks. And the campsite is right up here. So I'm not going to dilly-dally here for long. I'll come back down and get some water here in a minute. But right now I need to get to the camp. Get situated with the camp. Red Deer campsite, that way. I am very close. Let's see. Can't be much of much. But it will be home for the night. Regardless. I will set up a tent, cook something to eat, and go to sleep. Nope, I see it up ahead. Benches. Yep, there's some benches up there. Nice. Ah, there's a kiosk. There's a trail mailbox. That's for people to, probably a pad in there. You can write and say, hey, we passed through. Very nice. Some benches and some flat areas over there to camp. There's a little fire ring, a little bit of wood. Let's see what we got here. Here's the kiosk. Anything in there? Yes. There is some stuff. Probably no water, no trail angels have given us anything good, but I'll check that out in a little bit. Right now I need to situate and get off my shoes. Take my shoes off. But yeah, I made it. Home for the night. Red Deer campsite. Right down from Red Deer Creek. Well, I'm here. It is 11:30, 11:28 to be exact. What is that? If I started out a little before 7, we'll call it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4.5 hours. Yeah, 4.5 hours. My feet are feeling it. Now I've got to find a flat spot to set up my tent. It probably won't be down in here, as this doesn't look super flat behind me. I'll probably go up on top of this hill. But I'm going to eat some lunch and find a spot, set up my tent. I will check the box, see what people have written. Vegetable soup on the burner. Got some tea brewing, just cold brew. Got the tea bag in there. And some peanut butter. Good. Yeah. I could have probably cold brewed the soup, but I don't want to wait. I want something hot. It's going to be delicious. Alright, let's see what we got in the trail box. Some empty bottles, just in case you need an extra bottle to fill up. The packet, which has notebook. There's a lighter and a pen, and inside there is an extra tent stake in case you need it. Huh. Let's take a look and see here. Let's take a look and see here. Move my food out of the way while it's continuing to cook. Note. Oh, guess somebody left a bag out here. They'll leave it so that if they ever come back, they can get it. A little tent bag. Lost dog. 805. There's a phone number. If you have any info, she's a little red heeler with a red bandana. Aw. That was in 2020. I hope they found their dog. Hope she was found, someone wrote. F8 Mikey. Yeah. And inside here, look at the pin. Please carefully secure and close the mailbox door. Thank you. P.S. The animals will rip the door off if you put food in the box. Kelly. That was back in 20. That's how I found it. Oof. This goes back to 19. March 2020. Kelly and Heidi were here. Happy Be Nasty Day, animal. No thanks. Troop 1178 and 5529 stayed one night. It was nice. Nice campsite. Trails are in great shape. Someone wrote hot dog, hot diggity dog. Orange blazer and pork chop. Stopped for lunch. 2/9/20. Passing through. All is good. April. What is this? Critter. Some kind of creature here. Thistle. Now these are all trail names. His name is Nope. My trail name is Slim, by the way, with 2 L's. See if you can figure out why my trail name is Slim with 2 L's. Excellent section through Eglin. Thanks. SOBO. That means they're southbound. His name was Prophet. So you got a lot of letters here. People just writing. I'll probably fill in. Let's see where it ends. And it goes, oh, April. Last one was April 3, 25th. Guy wrote Nope. So I guess that's not a trail name. That just means they didn't stay. It's like, nope, it ain't for them. The last one actually was 7/18/25. Dennis, John, and Nicole. And then right there is where I would put mine. Let's see here. I would write something like, today is the 3rd. Get that out of the way. I would write something like October 3, 25. Trail and weather have been perfect. Staying one night. SOBO only through Eglin. Slim. Today's hike was from Walton Pond, or Junior Walton Pond. I hiked 7.6 miles all the way over to the crossing of Highway 85, and then another 2.6 miles for a total of, what is that, 2.2 to Red Deer campsite, which is where I'm at now. Let's see here. So I am at Red Deer. Crossed all the way over to here. End of a long day. I've got some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. That blister is going to be the death of me. It hasn't popped yet. And I don't want to pop it because I don't want it to get infected. And there's rain coming tomorrow afternoon. So I might be able to make it if I had a good toe. Without the good toe, I'm going to be walking with a pop blister in the rain trying to make that 11.5 miles. That's further than I went today. Okay? On top of that, I'm in the middle of the woods. Remember what I said about, ain't nobody coming to rescue you. No, you gotta walk your butt out. Okay? So, what's the good news, you ask? Huh? I've checked my map. And there's always a shortcut. The map shows that just a little bit up the trail is an old railroad connection that used to go into the Air Force Base. Now, the condition of that track passage, I don't know. But I'm going to hope in a prayer that I'm going to make that connection and be able to walk up into Mossy Head. Okay? Into town through that track. And from there get a ride out. Because that's not very far. So this is going to be part 1 of 2. I've just walked through 2 counties. You know, I started in Okaloosa, and I'm over in Walton. Part 2 is going to be from Walton to Bay County. Florida Trail goes on all the way down to South Florida. Yeah. So to be continued. I think this is the best move for me to make. It was a bad move for me to buy those Merrells, those new Merrell shoes, and then go for this hike. I should have used my old Merrells. They're amazing. Amazing. They're old. They feel so good. So I thought, hey, a Merrell is a Merrell, right? Wrong. Bought these trail runners, and they don't have the support like those Moabs do. The Merrell Moabs, they're amazing. Lesson learned. So, see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's day 3. So, I did get some sleep. I slept in 2 4-hour stints. After some planning, I have decided that I am going to hike off the trail into town here, get picked up, resupply, tend to my foot, and then start the rest of the trek after that. Yeah, I'm out of food for one. And that foot, it's doing a lot better this morning. But without the proper shoes, and definitely without the food, I'm done for today. To be continued. Alright, that's it for this time. I had my trail angel pick me up, bring me back to the trailhead. My truck. That's it.
The sun hits the dust on the old dirt road. Another morning starts with the weight of a pack and the lightness of hope. A journey in my heart. I'm facing the future, I'm leaving the past, where the paved streets fade to sand. Every step I take, a decision that lasts, a promise to this land. I can hear the wild wind calling my name. From the Gulf to the inland trees, gotta find that blaze, escape the flames, surrender to the breeze. Making my way southbound across the wide